Do you own a business? If so, you know it's been a huge part of your life. And thinking about retirement can be bittersweet, but it's not just about the financials or succession planning that you have to think about, but the emotions as well. So in this video, I'm going to show you the steps for a successful succession plan for your business and what you need to do to transition into a happy retirement. But first, my name is Jeremy Finger. I'm a certified financial planner, and I've been on a mission for nearly 3 decades to help people make good decisions from retirement. And I'm also a business owner. First, let's address some challenges that business owners face. 60% don't understand all of their exit options. 30% have no transition plan in place. 80% don't have an advisory team to help them. And 94% have no written plan for their next chapter. All the while, 80% of a business owner's wealth is usually tied up in the business itself. And the reason is succession planning can be complex and confusing, and many don't know where to start. So you can start by asking yourself these questions. Number 1, are you ready to retire? Number 2, is the business ready for you to retire? We're going to help you answer these questions in this video. A way to help you clarify what those answers are is starting with the 5 W's. The first one's what? Clearly define your goals. What is it that you really want to accomplish? And the second W is why. What is your motivation for selling? Are you moving away from complexity or confusion or maybe a little frustration at work? Or are you moving towards the next stage of your life? You have another business or retirement that you're looking forward to. The third W is when. Your timeline matters. You don't want to turn out to be one of the 50% of the business owners who are forced into retirement outside of their control. The fourth W is the wealth gap. That's the financial target you need to hit to be able to successfully transition into retirement and replace your income. The fifth W is the who. Identifying the right successor that's not only going to give you the price that you're looking for, but also be able to transition your business in a way that you see fit for your employees and your clients. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what and why. Some of the questions you can ask yourself is, what's important to you as it relates to your business? What would you like to see happen after you exit? And what are you moving towards after succession? Are you looking to live a life of leisure or have plans for your retirement? Or are you looking to open up another business? All of this matters because it's going to determine how much money you're really going to need to be able to do the things that you really want to do. There are people that can help guide you through this process. You don't have to do it alone. We have some resources that in the description of this video, and you can feel free to reach out to us. Your when matters as well. Start preparing early, because if you're prepared for succession, you're also prepared for growth. And when you're prepared for growth, you actually are increasing the value of your business. Reason is buyers like to have it easy, and the easier you make it for them, the more they're willing to pay. When you have a succession plan in place, it increases the value you can get for your business. And the reason is that buyers will pay you more money if things are easy. So I'm going to show you what you need to do to get top dollar of your business later in the video. But first, let's address what you need to do now. The next thing you need to do is identify where your wealth gap is. The fact is that 60% of business owners underestimate how much money they actually need in their next phase of life. Many business owners just live out of their business and they take what they need and leave the rest in. Now, what you need to do is separate what your personal expenses are from what it is to actually run your business. And you do this by recasting your financials. Your CPA can help you, or your financial planner can help you, like us, so you can reach out to us, and the link is in the description below. Calculate your wealth gap is how much money you will need after taxes to generate the retirement income you need for that next phase of life. Which leads us to How much personal income do you need for your next phase of life? What you may also want to do is get a valuation of your business currently. Now, many people don't do this, and even if they do this, the variance between what the values of the business can be as much as 20% or more. What you can do to increase your chances of closing that wealth gap is proactively enhancing value drivers. And what value drivers are key points in your business that, if you improve, would also improve the value of your business. Now, if you execute on this and do it properly, you can increase your valuation by 2 to 3 times. Now, there's some good books that talk about this. Some are Walking to Destiny by Chris Snyder and Traction by Gino Wickman. Some of the professionals that you can hire to identify areas of your business to be addressed are called value advisors. A good value advisor can help you unlock the hidden value of your intangible assets. Intangible assets can multiply your business value significantly. As a matter of fact, 84% of business value today is actually intangible. They're relationships, reputation, management teams, your operations. You already know how to leverage those assets. You know how to communicate with your team and what makes your business unique and special. But the more you have documented and that can be transferred over to the buyer, the likelihood they're going to pay you more money and the likelihood that that buyer is going to have a successful business going forward. So what you can do is audit the intangible assets you have now and create a game plan moving forward. And as I previously mentioned, value advisors can really help you do that. 20% of business owners fail to sell. And part of the reason for that is misalignment for succession planning. What that means is, if you got family members that are in the business or other stakeholders in the business and they're not clear about the process going forward, they may help sabotage the deal and can make it difficult for a buyer to complete the transaction. So what you can do in the beginning is making sure that everybody's in alignment and all the goals are addressed for each party. This can smooth the transition over, get people in alignment so that you won't be one of the 5 businesses who fail to sell. I knew of an insurance business. Ran by the mother. The son worked in the business for over 20 years. The daughter worked as a school teacher. Didn't work in the business at all. When the mother decided to transition the business to the son, the daughter was unclear of how that would benefit her and what her part in that whole transaction would be. Long story short, a lot of family turmoil. The mother sold it to an entirely different company, and the son changed his career after 20 years working in the insurance business. So that's just a one example of how turmoil can happen if you're not very clear with all parties involved. Even if all the team members are on the same page and are rowing in the same direction, you might be overlooking one key variable, and that's you. Businesses that rely heavily on the business owner may sell up to a 50% discount to market value. The reasons are obvious. If the new buyer is going to buy the business and you're no longer be working in the business, they have to recreate the processes that you should have probably set up in the beginning. So, implement systems and delegate responsibilities. Demonstrate that the business can thrive without you on a daily basis. And if you do this, then you're likely going to get more valuation for your business going forward. And you may enjoy the business more in the process. Some of the things you may want to do to start this process is write down every single thing you do on a daily basis. You could even walk around with your iPhone videoing yourself and talk out loud about what you're thinking and what you're doing. And that would be a great start. Once you have a lot of systems in place, what buyers tend to look for is EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, and the intangible assets that we talked about earlier. So when you're focusing on these metrics here, you're likely going to get an increased sale price. Once you've identified your wealth gap and the income you need to live your life, then you sell your business that closes that wealth gap. And then after taxes, you have enough money to be able to work with a financial advisor like us, for instance, to be able to generate the income you need for that next stage of life. Let me give you an example. We had a client of ours who sold their business for $20 million. After taxes and a few other things, they netted out around $15 million. And they needed $1 million worth of income. Now, with Social Security, other rental properties, and things like that, we designed a plan along with their $15 million of assets to generate that $1 million of after-tax income. This is the type of thing that you need to do to be able to transition from business owner to successful retirement and your next phase of life. Now, there's a few people that you're going to need to have on your team to be able to help you through that. Number one is a good CPA. The second is a tax attorney. The third is a financial advisor. That's the minimum that you would need to be able to successfully transition to that next phase of life. Unfortunately, 75% of business owners regret selling a business after 1 year. So check out this next video. We go over in detail how to transition to your next phase of retirement.